everybody. Sorry for the delay here. Sally was busy putting on lipstick.
She was busy putting on lipstick and forgot to mute her laptop.
Yep.
Yep.
And I have no chat questions coming up on my screen at all. Yay.
Oh, there we go.
Yay software.
Well, we got a lot here. Hello. And welcome to our favorite hour of the week. And before we even get started, I do want to talk about a class that I have coming up. And this is at Roro's Crystals. And you can find more by going to Roro's, that's RORO.shop. Just that simple. You can put a www in front of it if you want to. But Roro's.shop will take you right there. And you look under classes, I think it is. But anyhow, the information for that class is right there. It does start on June 18th. The first week would be Wednesday the 18th and Thursday the 19th. And that week we'll be working pretty heavily on psychic development, but we'll be doing games to learn that. So those 2 days will be really fun. And then when, of course, we'll learn a little bit about the hands so I can give you some homework. And then the following week is Tuesday, June 24th and Thursday, June 26th. And we will be working specifically on the palms and the lines and reading each other. So by the time you leave, you will be able to read palms for your friends and family. And to find out more, go to roros.com. Roros.shop. Roros.shop. Okay, so who's first?
I told you I have no questions.
Oh, dear. Oh, well, I can see them right here. And our first question is from Speak Knowledge. And Speak Knowledge wants...
And you gotta slide my way.
Do I? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I like sliding his way. There you go. That better?
Yep.
Okay, so Speak Knowledge wants a reading using the runes. So... we don't do general readings, so we're going to reach in and see what you need to know. Remember, you asked the runes, so here's what you need to know. Okay, first what you need to know, Speak Knowledge, is that there's things going on your job that you really don't know about, but they can get you ahead. So this is a time to kind of keep your head up, listen to the scuttlebutt, and this feels like a competitive situation. So don't help anybody, help yourself. You do have Gabu here, which is gift, which tells me that, it's right next to this opportunity coming up. And you have to look for it. And it does say that you're favorably aspected to get some serendipity in your life, some unexpected gains, and that might be part of it. Also, you get Raiso, which says, don't sit around and think with, sometimes it's time in your life to look at the map, and sometimes it's time to drive the car. And right now it's time for you to drive the car. So don't worry about what you should do, just do, okay? And when the time comes, think about the future. Because this one right here is saying, make sure you're not short-sighted. So some of the events over the next little while are actually going to change the direction of your future. So pay attention. Be smart. Okay, Bonita. What can I expect? Sorry for the fizz here, guys. There we are. And I just want to take a quick sip. Not advertising anybody. Okay, Bonita wants to know, what can I expect in the upcoming weeks? So, get my friends out here. And don't worry, our producer will join us shortly. He's just trying to get his software to work here. So, Bonita, this kind of jumped out. Okay, the Three of Cups. Great. So, one of the things that you can expect in the upcoming weeks, there is some discussion about a relationship. So whether you're in an existing relationship or, and I expect that this is something that's just started, but it just feels like over the next few weeks, something is going to be said that it kind of changes perspective of the relationship to something more serious. So love goes well. Again, a time to think about the future. And some of the other things that are coming in the next few weeks. Okay, so yeah, you're another one that has to listen because you've got the moon around you. And when you got the moon around you, there's a lot of sort of deception and illusion. It's like the difference between the dog and the wolf. There is no difference. And so, you have to sort out things in your life and think about them logically. So don't let yourself be manipulated. Take the time to think things through. Yes, definitely take the time to think things through. This is the next few weeks, your spidey sense is just going to be over the top. And the universe is sending that to you to help you out. So take advantage of it, trust it. Ooh, and I got back to relationships. Relationships go very well. You might hear the first "I love you," or finally hear him say something about the future or marriage or something like that. But it feels like you've got, there's love going on here. Okay, good stuff. Don't we all want to be bonita? And who's next? Oh, he doesn't have his questions yet, but that's okay. I got you right here. And Patricia says, "Hi, Sally. Will I get offered the apartment I viewed and applied for on June 4th, or is something else coming along for me?" All right. So let's see about Patricia and that apartment she looked at. Got a nice view. What floor is it on? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you've got St. Michael here, and it's kind of, it says temperance, but my eye is drawn to like this, and the way she's pouring one ewer into the other, and it's telling me about balance. So this is, it's kind of like the right balance between space and finance. It's kind of got a little bit of everything. I can see why you want this apartment. Oh, okay. Don't be discouraged if you're getting good, if the first news you get is a little funny, because if somebody else beat you out for the apartment, they're not going to be able to come up with cash, because it does come your way. Yeah. Okay. So, it does, however, look like there is a little bit of a delay here, where you're going to get the apartment that you looked at, but something needs to be done to it. I think that there might be something electrical, but it doesn't look like you're going to get it until maybe August, and you expect it in July. Okay. But yeah, you're going to get it. And who do we have next? We have O'Neill R. And O'Neill R says, "Hi, Sally. May I have messages using tarot cards?" And to thank you with a question. So I guess thank you is depending on what kind of reading I give him. Well, let's see. Do I get a thank you or not? Okay. R. O'Neill. What messages do we have for R. O'Neill? And tarot cards tell you. Hey, you've got sun here, but it's a little upside down, and it feels like it's telling me don't take things so seriously, and don't abandon fun plans in the summer for something like work. This is failure to have enough fun in the summer. Make sure you have enough fun there. Oh yeah. Let's see what this other one is. Okay. And this is a time for you to change. It really feels like you're being leaned on by somebody. And so this is a time for you to stand up for yourself and learn the meaning of the word no. Because it feels like your happiness is depending on your willingness to change your direction and your attitude. So this is a time. Don't let yourself get bullied. And don't worry that it changes the situation. Sometimes a little drama is what you need. Okay. So,
Who did you just read?
O'Neill R.
Haunting Live wants to know, how will this next vendor show go for us?
Oh, let's hope not yet. First thing is move on. Move on. Okay.
I hate auto white balance. You look blue again.
I do.
Yep, and so the auto white balance.
Folks, I'm not a Smurf.
Well, you're short like a Smurf.
That's one.
I'm not lying here.
No, he's not. He's absolutely not. When I got my first bone density test, I went in there thinking that I was 5'2". No, that's when I found out I was 4'10". So.
And a half.
Mm-hmm. And a half. So I went into the waiting room in total shock, looked at Ollie, told him that I was 4'10" and a half, and without skipping a beat, he looks right at me and says, "Oh, we're going to have to get a booster seat." And yeah, I know that's funny. Even he's laughing.
You laughed yourself when I said that. Okay. Oh my God, my chat's working all of a sudden. What the?
Yes, and Haunting Live wanted to know about the next show. And I've got to say, like right dead center, you've got that tower. And it's reversed, but it's kind of a warning to you that the next one could go the same. Could, and that's a big could. You can have control over that. You know, first off, you've got to come up with a plan as far as what's acceptable and what isn't. You know, a balanced plan, which means I'm going to look for 1, 2, and 3 in the situation. And we can talk about that later. I'm happy to talk to you about it. But it does say that you can set the situation for the next show to go very well. It looks like you're in a better location and it has more potential. And it can go slightly better if you do nothing. But if you get yourself in balance and do a little bit of homework and come more prepared, it will go even better for you. I'm sorry about today.
I'm moving on to Slowed Easy.
Hey, Slowed Easy, how you doing?
Will I have a better chance passing my resident adjuster exam online or in classroom setting? Let's see what the cards say, Slowed Easy. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks.
Oh, yeah. Classroom or online? All right. So. Excuse me, folks. So, yeah. It says that I think I get a feeling. Did you say that you did this again? Well, I have better chance of. No, he didn't say it, but it just feels like he's getting beyond a setback. That's it feels like you've gotten behind over a setback that's kind of gnawed at your confidence here. But it says, first off, travel outside your home. So I guess what's saying is that this is not time for you to hide behind a computer screen. You should definitely go to the classroom and do this. And you'll do a lot better there. It just feels like you're used to learning in a classroom, and it's going to be hard for you to learn some other way. So yes, definitely take that test in the classroom.
Next, we have Jasmina.
Hey, Jasmina.
Jasmina wants to know if she's going to get a new job this month.
Oh, is there a new job out there for Jasmina? It's funny, the siren started as soon as you started asking her question. All right. New job for Jasmina. Chance to be a new kid on the block again. Ooh. That's 7. Yeah. And you've got 7 next to each other. So you are going to be moving on and moving beyond the toxin. Because you really are in a toxic situation there. It was the 5 and 7 of swords are the kind of swords that just set your teeth on edge because it's just such nastiness around them. So yeah, you must have had a lot of gossiping old bats there, just spreading poison on everything, because it feels like everything improves as you move on. And the number 7's there, so I'm going to say in about a week, which is what you figured anyway. And positively aspected is the Knight of Wands. But he's reversed, and this is a reminder to you that you have a chance to, sometimes we are responsible for the way people treat us. And if you act like a victim, then the mean people in the room will see that and treat you as such. So walk with your head held high. Look people in the eye. And if somebody says something a little off, challenge them on it so they don't do it again. It's not 3 chances, 1. Because you really don't want to be in a viper's nest again. And you get out of that by showing confidence so they leave you alone. So, yeah, you got a chance to change things up for yourself. Go for it.
Excellent. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Next, we have Benafsha.
Oh, hi, Benafsha. It's nice to see you here. It's nice to see all of you here. If you haven't subscribed already, why not? Come on, join us and make sure you like. And let's see, what's Benafsha got to say?
Benafsha wants to know about the week ahead.
Okay. Benafsha, the week ahead. Whoops. Oh, well, there's that. Benafsha, the week ahead. So, you've got something coming in pretty quick in that week ahead. Let's see what the rest of the cards are. The 9 of Wands. So it feels like, this card feels like it's kind of scolding you a little bit. It's sort of like you've kind of been just marking time and doing what's expected of you and blah, 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 blah. And this 9 of Wands is saying, hey, man, wake up. Don't get yourself in a rut. Lift up your head and see the opportunities that lie around you. Ooh, what a nice card to come up. This is my favorite card. It's even tattooed on my arm. The Fool talks about... The Fool is the eternal optimist. You could put him in on a desert path, and he would still believe behind every curve is a new opportunity. And it usually is for the Fool. The Fool's very lucky. And that little lion on his leg is just a reminder that it's life's tragedies. It's life's disappointments that push us ahead. So let, whatever's behind you push you ahead and keep you moving forward. Yeah. You've got an opportunity. And it might be a good time for you to flirt a little bit. Might get something started.
Ne- Next, we have Melons Maloney, who's looking for another vehicle.
Oh, Melons. I need a car for Melons. Oh, my goodness. She's just tired of rolling down the street. Let's get Melons a car. Oh, it's sweet. There's somebody here that's trying to help you find a car. Don't know whether it's much help or not, but bless his heart. Yeah. Okay. You kind of already have an idea about where you want to get a car and how. Okay, good, good, good. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, you will get a car. You know, it's a world full of cars and there's lots of cars. So if you have a hard time getting a vehicle, it usually is about the money. And it says, yeah, you'll get the money. And, you know, you got a friend or something who's trying to help you, who's being totally useless. Just bless their heart. Just bless their heart. They're trying. They're trying to be friendly. It's just, some people are effective and some people aren't.
Next, we have Kara James, who wants to know if there's anything she needs to know for the rest of the month.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, there's only just 3 weeks left.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Kara.
Yeah. Make sure there's no monsters in your closet or under your bed. Okay, let's see what you need to know for the rest of the month.
It's time to dig out those beach blankets. Because you can't play bingo without them.
That's right. Oh, contracts and legal matters are going well for you. This might be a good week for you to push your luck. Yeah, and it feels like you're getting more clarity on issues that you were confused about, and sometimes people will manipulate you to keep you confused, but it's kind of like the scales are falling off your eyes and you're seeing things for what they really are. So don't let people tell you that you're being selfish, stubborn, or difficult. You just took off the rose-colored glasses. Ooh, okay. And by the end of this month, you're going to be moving ahead quite fast. And this just, you know, Banafsha, this just feels like life in general you're moving on. It's kind of something snaps in you, I'm sure of it. Because suddenly you change the way you act with people. Something changes in you where you just, you get a whole bunch of clarity and courage and confidence. So that is what this month brings you.
Okay, that was for Kara. Next, we have Blue Snapper. Blue Snapper wants to know about Sam and her, or him.
Okay. Blue Snapper and Sammy.
Sam.
Sammy. Oops. And there's Sammy. Shows up as the King of Pentacles reversed. I think Sammy's got a very successful father, and he doesn't feel like he's going to live up to it. He's got some kind of a legacy he's trying to live up to, and maybe he talks about having lived up to it, but he hasn't. He's got a ways to go in life. Okay. What happened with Sam and I this week? Boy, if you're working on a week at a time, this has got to be a new relationship. And he is trying to impress you, I can tell you that. Oh, look at those lovers' games. Yeah. Fun. There's a lot of kissing, etc. It looks like there's sleepless nights. Okay, so yeah, this week you're gonna have fun. You know, you're definitely going to have fun, and you know, it's yeah, I see maybe a tumble in the hay or something, and at the end of it, you know, Sam's got, you know, he's a little silver tongued, and at the end of it, you wonder whether you have something good or something bad. It's hard to tell with him, but having said that, I do have some fun with him this week.
Alrighty then. Cool Lemur wants a love reading for the fall using the runes. No love for you.
I don't know. It's in the fall. You know, it was
Well, they're busy during the summer, whatever. you know.
building a torture chamber.
Working the cruise ship?
Mm. So,
Blue Snapper must be a golf pro.
love reading for fall. All right. Love reading. Oh. Okay, so before I even throw the
They
rest,
can't see that one.
okay, this one fell out of my hand, and this is Pertho, and it's associated with the uterus. And if I see the Burkana around it, it's almost always a pregnancy. So you've got something unexpected coming up in the fall. So what else do we have? Okay, we have things happen around the home. Yeah, he may be gone. Yeah, Blue Snapper may be gone for the summer, because it feels like in the fall there's a lot of, you know, traveling back home right there, and meeting up with friends. So hanging around friends is a really good way to meet somebody. You know that. Okay. And it feels like your family is you have family, you have kin, and you have wheat next to each other. And I think that your family may have been trying to get you a job, and whatever job they were trying to get you is still there. So you're going to come back to things going smoothly for you, a new job to the family. Oh, and here comes winter, and winter brings success. And you wanted to know about love. So I like the way it's, you know, wherever you're going, I'm assuming it's back home. Winter brings success. Winter brings success. It is around love. There is kind of gifts and surprises. So the suggestion there is just let it happen. You don't have to wait for it. Just let it happen to you. And there is this thing about pregnancy. Just use protection every single time.
Okay. Next, we have Braveheart, who's looking for messages from Spirit.
Oh, well, as long as I got these in my hands. Oh, we got to do pick 3 too.
Oh, well, all right. Let's do that then.
Okay, Braveheart, after pick 3, we will get back to your question.
It's time once again for Pick a Card. You guys know what to do by now.
Oh, yeah. You're going to pick card number 1, or you're going to pick card number 2, or you're going to pick card number 3. Which one is it today? 1, 2, or 3. If you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for the week, is a Queen of Coins. This is a good week to nurture yourself and those that you love. And it's also a good week to look for opportunities, because it seems that this is a money attract week. Money attract and good food too. That's a pretty good week. I don't see a thing wrong with it. If any of you guys out there are after a stubborn woman, she might just find her way into your heart this week. Ooh, if you pick card number 2, you got the Tower. And the Tower does talk about, useless things being crashed down. But there's usually casualties along the way. But the Tower card there is whatever disasters happen to you this week, know that it's kind of for the best. It's a ripping off of the Band-Aid. So once things crumble, the thing that you have to ask yourself is what next? Always pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go forward again, because there is new opportunity within this. You see by the heart-shaped sun, there is opportunity. So plan for the future.
Okay, card number 3.
And card number 3. I know everybody that was asking for card number 3 is wondering, what? Okay, so card number 3 is a 5 of coins, but it's a 5 of coins reversed. And I think that this week is a week about money, but it feels like some money issues that have been a little difficult for you are going to turn around. Okay, and the thing that you have to remember is that when you had financial difficulties, there were friends, there were people that stood beside you. And remember to thank them appropriately for being by your side and seeing you through tough times. But you are going to have some tough times ending this week. All right. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Back to 1. Back to 2. And who's next?
Braveheart.
All right, spirit reading.
Oh, yeah, okay. And Braveheart wants a spirit reading. What do Braveheart's guides have to say? Let's see. Braveheart. Our friend Braveheart. That noble, chivalrous guy. Okay. Okay, Braveheart. Spirit says you're coming into a time when you don't have to hang on to money quite so tightly. So even though you have more money coming in, where finances get a little bit easier, don't get yourself into trouble with it, okay? Yeah. Because it says that finances are going to get a little easier, but it's not a total fix. So you still have to, watch the bottom line. And maybe some expenses that you were putting on the back burner, address them. Nice. You just couldn't end with a better card. I love the Fool card. I've got it tattooed on me. The Fool card says be optimistic. No matter what, be optimistic. Hold your head up high and know that opportunity is right around the corner. Because if you believe opportunity is right around the corner, then it is. And it pays off for you to be an optimist right now.
All right, that was for Braveheart. Next, we got Cindy C., who wants advice for the month of June.
Okay. Oh, June's a lovely month for golfing. Ooh, I haven't looked at the almanac, but when I close my eyes and think about golfing, I'm kind of seeing brown grass. It makes me wonder if we got a drought coming up. Okay, so Cindy C. for the month of June. Okay, so in the month of June, there's some things are going to kind of confuse you. It's it feels like things that life used to hand you, it isn't, and things that life never handed you, they are. So it's just that there's just a change of what's being offered in your life, and so suddenly you find yourself having to rearrange how everything is. It just, this feels like what basically it says to me is during the month of June, they changed the rules on you. So all of a sudden you don't feel in control. But the King of Swords reminds you that the one who understands the rules the best is the one who wins. So instead of mourning that something's changing, it feels like just a changing of the rules. So whether it's an HOA or a golf course or whatever hands you a new set of rules, get to know and understand those rules very, very well. And you will get your chance to rub somebody's face in it. Okay.
Ooh. Next, we have Starry.
Hey, Starry.
Can I ask what JP Aries type / the kind of person he would commit to? Oh, Jeep.
Starry, are you trying to just become his,
I don't understand the question.
I do.
Can you explain it to me?
Okay, so Starry has got her eye on this JP Aries type of person.
What the hell is an Aries type?
Well, Aries in particular, my son Phil's an Aries, and they tend to be fiery people. They tend to be very opinionated, and you will hear their opinion. And they also have this tunnel vision, where what matters to them is what matters to them, and you discuss anything else out of that cone of attention, and their face will go totally blank. So it's saying you shouldn't change yourself just to attract someone. Okay. Having said that, that Queen of Wands just flew out. And so that means you're in control of yourself, and you should be. So as far as JP, probably going to get Hermit here. Hermit or the Ace of Wands.
I don't quite understand what the point of the question is.
She's trying to change herself into the woman that she's attracted to JP, and she wants to change herself into the kind of woman that JP would be around.
And you don't think JP's going to see right through that? Especially since he's an Aries type?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, bad decision. Be yourself. But having said that, I do think that there are things you can do. Okay. You're luckier in this situation than you think. So definitely don't kiss his ass. And definitely don't change for him. Yeah. What you have to remember is women are smarter than men. And you shouldn't be kowtowing to him. You should be getting control of him. Understand what his little thing of vision is. Have some understanding there. But don't be afraid to call him on his bullshit. If you're gonna do anything, be that way. Because that's what Aries respect. Aries respect honesty and being straight in your face.
So no games.
No games. And it just feels like, it's kind of like you shouldn't do it anyway. He won't respect you.
If he has any reason to mistrust you, it's done.
Yeah.
Moving on to Pockets Empty 89. Yeah, mine's been empty since 89 too. That's when I moved out of the house.
You had to buy your own groceries. Oh man, that one really sucked. Okay.
Pockets Empty 89 with like a love reading for July. School's not out until the end of June.
Okay. The love reading for July. Sure, I can. Empty pockets. Love reading for July. Nice thing about summer is there's a lot of really cheap places you can take somebody. All right, so you have these swords here, and that doesn't mean that what it's talking about is truth. You want a love reading in July, your best thing is absolute honesty. Like Rain Man level honesty. Because you got two that says it. You know, be the most honest person in the world, and you will win the respect of somebody well worth having. And judgment it's upside down, but it feels like it's just upside down because it needs to be upside down. Because it's telling you that you'll make the right moves. So all you have to do in July is just be honest.
Okay, that seems to be a theme tonight.
Yes.
The Divine Oracle Podcast wants to know, for this week's recording with a person from APTN, will there be any trouble, and how will it go?
Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. You're part of that network. Okay, so working with APTN this week. And congratulations on your collaboration there.
Yeah. I'm more inclined to think that the trouble, if it's any technical trouble, more than,
Yeah.
you know, the cat chewed the cable.
Mm. I did take out my puffers before the show. All right, so
There's a lot of smoke in the air from the fire. So.
I know our air cleaners are usually always on blue, which means good air, and they've been going to yellow, which means not so good air, and red means bad air. Anyhow, we are looking at the APTN network. I'm very heartened to see cups, majority cups, because this is telling me that it's going to turn out in a way that you love. And you have the high priestess here, and it does say that you know the high priestess is the person that knows the secret. She has her hand on the esoteric. She knows stuff, and you know stuff, and so it tells me that you're going to be at your best for this. I'd say that you'll be maybe 75% satisfied with it. And I just say that because of the Four of Cups. You know, there's not complete satisfaction, but 75% isn't bad.
All right.
Toxic wave.
The next toxic wave?
Yes.
Spirit reading?
Of course. And I'm just going to pull out the runes because I know she likes the runes.
Oh, good.
And the next one is asking for the runes.
Okay.
Okay, so toxic wave. When I'm seeing, I've seen this before. And I know that you're beyond I know you're not going to have a baby, but there is something new here, whether it's a new kitten or a new puppy or a new little birdie or something. Some life finds its way into your family. And it's something that's a change because it's something like it's not something that you would ordinarily, want in your house. So you might be looking at a cat. But there's a big change here. So it's a change about a new life. And it leads to this thing between the two of you. You know, where ordinarily we wouldn't get it, but it showed up on our front porch, so we're gonna love it and take care of it. So yeah, that's what Spirit's showing me. Oh, blessings coming down. Blessings coming down. I do think that you're going to get spiritual communication in your dreams. So make sure when you go to bed at night, tell yourself, I will remember my dreams. I will remember my dreams. And try and remember to, before you actually open up your eyes, think about your dreams. And it takes a while, but you are getting messages. So that's cool. A whole family. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're definitely going to hear from both your sister and your mother. It feels like you've got a lot of spirit coming through. So I will remember my dreams. I will remember my dreams. I will remember my dreams. Okay. And finally, love. Love. And I know you already have love around you, but you have even more loving coming in.
Okay, and next we've got Livy Vergara. Livy wants to know about the week ahead. Will my economy be better?
Every time I see that, I think of Sophia Vergara. Okay. We're reading with runes this coming week. Will my economy be better? All right. So, okay, so you have Ken and you have Riso, which is wagon. So it does say that I do see some help from family. You know, some guidance. It doesn't feel like they're going to bail you out so much as they're going to give you a helping hand. You know, hand up, not hand out. Yeah, there's a good money card right here. Wait, Fayhue. So it looks like some of your long-term, whether it's long-term investments or long-term career, something's getting better. Something's bringing you more money. This, you have Isa, which is ice, which talks about stillness. And you also have Perso here. And Perso is a dice cup. It talks about the unknown. And so it's like, be careful, do your homework, keep your eyes open, because the unknown will muck you up if you don't. Yeah. Definitely. Be careful, be knowledgeable. Don't take anything on faith. Do your homework. And it does look like you also have a surprise coming up economically. So, yeah, things will start to get better and continue to get better. Just know who your friends and who your not friends are, okay?
And our next question is from Sherry.
Sherry.
I have returned to college to finish my degree. Do you see me being successful?
Oh, well, congratulations. All right. I returned to college. Nice. Well, college brings Sherry. You'll definitely move ahead as far as, yes, you will be successful. Because you've got Riso here, which is the cart, but talks about things moving forward, and it goes right toward the hunter. So you are going to move forward and acquire the things that you have been looking for. You have to worry about the past and past attitudes. And I really get that this is maybe, it might be a good thing to find a new group to hang out with. I think maybe that some of the people that you hung around with in the past are not quite reliable. You will find love in over the winter, so that's nice. It's just a side note. Yeah. And you'll find what you're looking for by summer. So how many years do you have left? Because that after the 1 year, if you're going into September, that's what, 2 or 3 semesters to summer, and summer's when I see the accumulation and traveling on to success. So yes, it will go quite well with you.
Alrighty. Who is next? Nas.
Hi, Nas.
Nas wants the love reading for September.
Ooh, love for
Somebody else is going back to school.
Yeah, love for September. Make sure to break up with your summer love. She'll show up at the wrong time. Okay. Love in September. How does love go in September? Ooh. Not sure about that one. 7, 8, is that 9? I don't know. But it is love. Okay, so they even look alike. Okay, so I think that somebody who may have been the victim of some really vicious gossip, so his reputation has taken a big hit, it is somebody that you form a bond with. And it's like it doesn't start as a love bond. It's kind of as a I'll help you out kind of bond. You know, I think you were treated unfairly, because it feels more like you help him to build up the ladder. You help him to reestablish himself. But out of it, you get a 1,000% loyal other spouse, or whatever you want to call it, better half. So yeah, love goes pretty good for you.
Next, we have Sean G, who's looking for guidance for the week ahead.
Make sure to wear off when you go outside. I guess you might be around the water or something. I literally saw the bottle of off.
Bug repellent, right?
Yeah.
Because that might not be called off everywhere.
Wear bug repellent. Feels like you might be somewhere where there's a lot of mosquitoes. Oh, so you got some traveling coming up yeah, look at that. Traveling, you got love, and you got things going well at work. Man, this is a good week for you all across the board. I mean, it just guidance for the week, Sean. Things are going to go good for you. Just don't hide in your apartment. Be willing to go out there and grab life by the boo-boo. You make progress in love, and you make progress in work. Who could ask for more? It's a good week for you.
Next, we have Spuffy.
Spuffy, okay.
My Aries came back to me with a sweet text. I replied, he stopped communicating again. What can I do to save our relationship?
Okay, well, again, we talked about Aries. If he came back to you with sweet text and you're replying to stop communicating, you came back too anxious. Yeah, what can I do to save our relationship? Verbally spank him? Probably. Let's see. You and your Aries. What you do. Okay. So we start out with a chariot. And the idea of a chariot is be the charioteer, which means you hold the reins. You're forgetting that women are smarter than men. Don't kiss his ass. Aries may act like they want it, but they don't. Yeah, and he is a stubborn cuss. Wow. Okay, so it looks like he is going to come back with another sweet message. I wouldn't be quite so sweet. Never gush with an Aries. You'll get another chance, but just don't be gushy, don't be clingy.
Okay.
Aries are sick, they like a good smack. Figuratively speaking. I'm not endorsing violence.
Next we have
Wow.
Milk Skin.
Hey, Milk Skin. Do I see any positive things coming to me? Oh, let's see.
Ooh, pardon all the coughing, folks.
It's from the smoke. There's very poor air quality here in Ontario, thanks to the couple that set a fire in Saskatchewan. Okay, so we're looking at Milk Skin.
Yep. Anything positive coming to Milk Skin?
The world is full of positives and negatives. All you have to do is grab onto the positives. That's exactly what that card says. You know something? Sometimes it's easier to focus on the negative, and it makes it hard for us. But you do have the world coming your way. You do have a challenge. It's not a victory, it's an almost victory. You know, you got to work hard to get it. It's just best kind. Yeah. You've got the Page of Cups coming up for you, and that's pretty positive. So you do have some, it just feels like an opportunity to spend time with friends and stuff. It really does. It just feels like get together with friends, which is always good. Nice bitch session, can't beat it. Oh, and things coming into balance. Okay, so go ahead, hang out with your friends, have a beer or two, and a serious bitch session. Know that, you know, you're almost there as far as getting what you want. You just don't know how to quite make it happen. By the end of the week, you have that balance and you have that truth. So you'll figure out something. Yep. Henfest this week, definitely.
And next we have Samantha Pelkey.
Hi, Samantha.
What will help me through my time away from home?
Hello, fire. Okay. Sorry, just had a moment there. Okay. Well, let me get through. Okay, so first you have the Page of Swords. And swords are also associated with electronics. And it feels like having a regularly scheduled video call with your mom, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's your mom. You know, have those regularly scheduled video calls so you can see her face and hear her voice, or maybe see a familiar face and a familiar voice. You should reach home to those familiar faces and those familiar voices at least twice a week. That will help you to keep your contact there. Yeah. So it does feel like whatever you're doing right now, you're getting yourself in balance and you're getting yourself ready for the future. So whatever you're doing is good for you. It's very good for you. You've got two major arcana cards, and both of them talk about balance. You know, the Justice card talks about balance in the physical material world. So that's balancing out your future, balancing out your you know, where you're going to go career-wise. But you also have Temperance, which is balancing out on spirit. And that's just as important as balancing out on the material. And so, yeah, it really looks like, aside from a little homesickness, you're doing very well. And this what you're doing right now will skyrocket you in the future and will put you right on a very good path. And all you have to do to prevent homeless sickness is just use this computer screen. Make regular video calls. And talk to people who are really interested in what you're doing and what you're accomplishing.
And next we have Allie. I'm supposed to travel for work with a client, but the energy has been odd.
Ooh.
Is it worth prioritizing or should I move on? Let's see what the cards say.
Yeah, I just got a great feeling there. Okay, Allie. Ooh, I told you I got a great feeling there. I really got a great feeling there. Yeah, you should. I don't know what the problem is here. And like I said, I got a great feeling. And so, yeah, I would not do it. I would say, I would say do it by computer or what video conferencing, somewhere where you're not within reach of this person, because it just feels like this person, even though it's legitimately a part of business, has some pretty sinister personality things happening. I don't think you should be with them.
I think I got a sound effect for that. Well, folks, I'm done.
He's done. He's done. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Remember about the palmistry class coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope I see some of you there. Go to rorose.shop to find more about that. And also, I am back at the spa on Saturdays, so call 519-272-1293 for an appointment. Or I do readings online, and those are really convenient because it can be morning, it can be evening, it can be at your leisure, and we can do in bed slippers. Okay. So if you want to know more about getting a reading online, just send info@sallydiane.com. So send info@sallydiane.com, an email anytime. Love to hear from you guys.